How are we doing, guys? So, back again, another video today because Leeds United have confirmed another new signing, Robin Koch from Freiburg, in a 4-year deal for £13 million. So, 40 million spent in a day, guys. 40 million spent in a day. We really do know that this Leeds United team is back. Leeds United are back. We are back at the top table, the top division, and we're spending big money on big players. You know, we've signed the Spanish international and the German international in a day. You know, let that sink in. Just let that sink in for a moment. Let that sink in. We signed 2 international footballers in a day for 40 million. And it's absolutely massive, guys. But let's go on to Robin Koch himself. So, this is big. This is big. And I think, how many innuendos are we going to have in this season? How many innuendos? I'm not even going to apologise for him. That's the first one. There's probably going to be about 10 on this video alone. There's probably about 100 throughout the season. Not going to apologise for it, guys. His name is Robin Koch. So, I don't really know what else to say. Although Koch does translate to cook in German, so maybe we might end up calling him Robin Koch if it gets a bit out of hand. Oh, and there's another one between now and the start of the season. But yeah, Robin Koch, whatever you want to call him. It depends on how he plays, I guess, whether he's going to be Cook or Koch. But yeah, so we signed 6'3", German international, as I've already said, in a 4-year deal. So it's big news, isn't it, guys? You know, of course, you know, I think as soon as the Ben White saga kind of came to an end, where it looked like we weren't going to sign Ben White, and it looks like we're definitely not going to sign Ben White now, Robin Koch very much became our main target. And the fee was discussed quite early on. Phil Hay always seems very confident on this one. Even felt more confident on this one than the Rodrigo one, sort of reading between the lines of what Phil Hay was saying. You know, he was very adamant this one was going to get done. Felipe Luis was mentioned as well, whether we go back in for Felipe Luis, get another centre-back in. Who knows? But it always felt like Robin Koch was the main target. So I watched a bit of him today, a bit of footage back on Robin, and to be fair, I tell you one thing, and just take this with a pinch of salt to an extent. I'm not saying he's at this level yet, but he reminds me a lot of Gerard Piqué. You know, he's massive, wins his headers, nice and aggressive, ball playing ability. You know, Sergio Ramos-like to an extent. Obviously, he's not at their level, but I'm just saying in terms of characteristics, style of play, he's similar to an extent. He takes risks on the ball, he's aggressive, he feels like a bit of a leader to me as well. You know, I think he stands tall, he's a presence. I really like this kind of signing. I really do like this kind of signing. I think 1v1s, he looks strong. He's got decent recovery pace for a big guy. And it's all good. It's all good. You know, I think there's only slight things I picked up on was his positioning from time to time was not great on crosses through balls. He sometimes lost his centre forward to me. I did mention it on Twitter early on today. Yeah, I do think he needs to improve that side of his game. Maybe his reading, not getting caught too high up the pitch from time to time. But they're 2 characteristics, positioning and reading of the game, that I think will massively improve under Marcelo Bielsa. I think they're 2 things that Marcelo Bielsa will find easy to improve. I think in every single player at this football club has improved both those elements of the game. Their positioning on and off the ball, and their reading of the game, their understanding of the football, their footballing brains have massively improved under Marcelo Bielsa. So I don't see why this can't happen for Robin Koch as well. And what I do think as well is big with Robin Koch, and what I think probably does really make him appeal to Marcelo Bielsa. Again, how many innuendos have I come out with there? I don't know. Oh man. But I'm going to read the best ones in a second, because I did ask for you guys to send me your best Robin Koch innuendos. And yeah, so anyway, guys, so yeah, I think what really will appeal is that he's played in the German 4th division, the 2nd division for a couple of seasons, now the Bundesliga, and now he's a German international. So he knows he's risen. Like Ben White, he's risen from the divisions. You know, he's really going to be humble. I think it really came across in his interviews. Watched a couple of his interviews from Freiburg and that lot. And that's the thing. You know, I think he does come across really well grounded. I think he's really dignified the way he's left the Freiburg as well. Yeah, put in I think it's 3, 4, 5 tweets long. You know, what's the best word for it? His goodbye to Freiburg to an extent. I think there's only been good things to say about him from there. And yeah, I've watched a bit of him, you know, and he's played against some really good players. You know, he's playing for Germany against Argentina. He's probably going to be playing for Germany against Spain, against Rodrigo potentially. Again, let that sink in. Germany versus Spain in the midweek. We're going to have 2 players playing against each other. The 2 of the best international teams in the world. And we're going to have 2 Leeds players going to be playing against each other potentially. So it's absolutely massive. But yeah, there's things to work on for Robin Koch. As I've mentioned, there is things to work on. But with his attitude, He's going to be down to earth. He's risen through the divisions. I think that's what really appeals to Marcelo Bielsa, those type of players, rather than signing someone from the Premier League. I think Rob Holding was mentioned. Never really felt realistic to me. Rob Holding's, he's kind of gone from Bolton to Arsenal in one season, and he's, to an extent, if you want to be harsh, you could even use the words he's had it handed to him on a plate. But for me, I think Robin Koch has risen through the divisions. He's had to really work for his career. Not saying that Rob Holding hasn't, by the way. I'm just saying that in terms of Marcelo Bielsa's point of view, he wants players that are humble. He wants players that are just rising and rising and rising. And I feel like is what he is doing very much. And yeah, I think that's what's going to appeal. I think obviously he can play holding midfield as well. Played a lot of games this season in the holding midfield role. Excellent passer of the ball. Got a good passing range. You can see why that can happen. Again, we saw that with Ben White last season, playing the holding midfield role. Maybe that's important to Bielsa too, and Victor Orta, of course, who spotted him in the first place. And yeah, I remember seeing Robin Koch play against Timo Werner for Leipzig. I think that was when the Bundesliga came back, and he stood out. He stood out like a sore thumb. He was absolutely superb in that game against Timo Werner, one of the best centre forwards in the world, and he marks him out the game. Absolutely sensational stuff. I think Freiburg got a point out of that one. So yeah, very, very impressive from that point of view, and I can see why he massively appeals to Marcelo Bielsa. It's a project for him. Can he rectify those slight weaknesses to his game, his positioning, getting caught too high up the pitch and reading of the game? I think this is easy for Marcelo Bielsa. I think he'll find this easy, and I think he got the foundations of a very, very good centre-back there for me. A very, very good centre-back, and a very good centre-back who's now, I'm going to go back to what you guys have said. I did ask you guys to send me in your tweets your best Robin Koch innuendos, so let's get on with it, guys. And make sure you comment, guys, if you got any that are better than these. So I've seen some absolute pearlers in here. Let's go for it. So, from our very own Danny De La Montanes, Koch doesn't pull out. And then also Leeds fans would say Koch at Bell End Road. Yeah, they probably would, to be fair. Fair play, Danny. Richard Drakey Drake, Bielsa, he comes from Argentina. He came to manage Super Leeds. We call him El Loco cause he's crazy. He knows exactly what we need. Big Koch at the back. Rodrigo in attack. Leeds are going to win the Premier League. Yeah, I can see that catching on. I can see that catching on. Me Pauline singing there, but I can see that one catching on. Big Koch at the back. Lewis Koch at Riot Badger. I think he's the start of a good central shaft to our team. Oh, this is building up, guys. This is building up. That's an absolutely quality one as well. Gaz Ash now. Good signing of our over 6 foot defender. Just hope he doesn't shrink in size in the cold weather. Oh man, some of these are absolutely top class. I'd rather be anywhere else but here. Is possibly the best one of the lot here. Possibly the best one of the lot. He doesn't have to self-isolate, so it's all good. As Mike Koch's been in quarantine since December. Oh man. Oh, that hits hard, that one, to be fair. That hits hard. No rum. Koch is in, and it's never felt so good. Oh man, how many Koch-based innuendos are we going to have here? Neil Barnes, Koch stiffening up our defence. Oh man. I hope you enjoy these anyway, guys. I thought it'd be quite funny to get these in. Dean Senior, Koch smashing Rashford hard from behind. And then the reply from Dale Nicholson, neglected cunts and it's smothered by semen. Oh dear me. There's absolutely no chance this video is going to be... We're going to be able to... what's his name in this video? There's absolutely no chance of that. There's no chance there's not going to be age restrictions on this video, to be fair. But who cares, guys? Who cares? Because we've got Big Koch at the football club now. And possibly the best one of the lot again. From Alicia. Had to have a medical as we didn't want a Gammy Koch in the Leeds squad. Ah, oh, blimey. Ah, oh, blimey. Yeah, you certainly don't want a Gammy Koch in the Leeds squad. And possibly, again, another absolutely quality one. I'm rubbing me Koch right now. Oh. Oh, man. I mean, this is the second time round of what I've seen a lot of these, so It's still absolutely top class now and then. Probably my favourite here. Probably my favourite. The last one I want to go through. DD. A cock in the hand is worth two in the bush. But yeah, keep them coming in, guys. Keep them coming in. Again, another innuendo there. Keep them coming in round the back. And yeah, so that is basically that. Anyway, guys, absolutely top class. Big Robin Koch, big Robin Cook, whatever you want to call him. Our big German international has signed for Leeds United. And what can go wrong? What can go wrong, guys? He's going to learn from Marcel Bielsa. You've got the foundations of a top quality centre back there, who's going to become a top quality centre back for me. And we're going to have the Yorkshire German version of Gerard Piqué at Leeds United next season. You've heard it here first, guys. I said the same about Ben White last season before he'd even kicked the ball. I'm saying the same now about Robin Koch. I've called it, guys. I've put my cock on the line here, if you want to say that. That's a decent one, that, to be fair. I'll have that one, to be fair. And yeah, I'm going to put my cock on the line, my Robin Koch on the line, and I'm going to say he's going to be a top quality player for this football club, and 13 million is going to be a steal. It might come back to bite me, but who knows? Let's just finish it there, guys. Let's finish it there. I've been Oscar. Slightly unexpected video, but Saturday night, bit of quality entertainment there. Some absolutely quality contributions there. Big thanks to everyone who has tweeted through there. I'm sure many more are going to come through too. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I've been Oscar Marriott. See you later, guys.